Now, the news for South Mississippi. WLOX News at 6.
Tonight, Jackson County Sheriff surrenders to police. He stands accused of fraud, embezzlement, and demanding sexual favors from a deputy. Good evening. Thanks for joining us. The 31-count indictment against Mike Byrd culminates months of criticism and speculation about his future.
And among the charges of fraud, embezzlement, witness tampering, perjury, and extortion. And one of the extortion charges accuses Byrd of demanding sexual favors from a female deputy and threatening to demote her if she did not comply. This is the mugshot taken after the sheriff turned himself in at the Ocean Springs Police Department today.
And Doug Walker was there as the longtime sheriff was arrested. Doug.
Well, after a week of swirling rumors and innuendo throughout Jackson County, it all came to a head today just before 1 o'clock this afternoon. The Ocean Springs Police Department was the focal point as weeks of rumors about the future of Sheriff Mike Byrd were finally realized. The sheriff and his attorney made the walk from the back door to the lobby and then waited about 2 minutes to be escorted back. The sheriff was fingerprinted, a mugshot was taken, and then he left free on bond. But unlike most prisoners, Byrd was allowed to leave through the sally port opening on the side of the building, hidden behind a large steel door. The car pulled out, and neither Byrd or his attorney said anything. The process took about 1.5 hours. Earlier, all the police chiefs in Jackson County came to the police department. State law requires that any time a sitting sheriff is taken into custody, police chiefs have to be present. But they never saw the sheriff.
What was Byrd's demeanor? Did you actually see?
We did not see him. We never made contact with him.
Right now, Byrd's future is in doubt. He does not have to resign at this point. If convicted of the crimes he's charged with, though, he would be removed from office. Now, just a little while ago, we heard from Joe Sam Owen, Byrd's attorney, who was with him today at the Ocean Springs Police Department when the indictment was handed out and when Byrd was arrested. Joe Sam Owen said he's simply taking a look at the indictment, trying to ingest what it says, and if he has any comment at all, that won't be coming until next week. Now, obviously, there was a lot of reaction to Byrd's arrest and his presence here at the Ocean Springs Police Department, and coming up in just a couple of minutes, Patrice Clark will have that part of the story. Now back to Jeff and Rebecca in the studio.
All right, thank you, Doug. Well, Sheriff Mike Byrd's critics have long accused him, really, of abusing the power of his office.
And that is exactly what the charges in the indictment detail. Dave Elliott has a closer look for us tonight.
Well, the investigation of Sheriff Byrd has been going on for about 2 years, wrapped up August 13th. The 15-page indictment has a wide-ranging list of crimes, from spying on government officials and citizens to asking people to lie under oath. The indictment accuses Byrd of ordering members of the Narcotics Task Force to conduct surveillance operations on people without any reason to believe any crimes had been committed. On that list, Ocean Springs Alderman Matt McDonald, targeted for personal and political reasons. John Curry, who objected to a hotel project in Ocean Springs. And an El Saltillo Mexican restaurant in Ocean Springs, which refused to take a check after Byrd held a campaign fundraiser there. Byrd is also accused of having narcotics officers watch Moss Point Police Chief Keith Davis in retaliation for Davis disclosing the shooting at the Narcotics Task Force office. Several of the charges deal with that incident, including Byrd committing perjury and that he tried to get others to lie about what happened that night. A member of the Narcotics Task Force was shot at the office. Now, some of the other charges spelled out in the indictment accuse Byrd of forcing county employees to do fundraising for private events, including his annual gospel sing. You can read details on all 31 charges on our website. All you have to do is log on WLOX.com. We also have a story that will give you some additional background about Mike Byrd, his time in office, and what led to today's indictment.
Thanks, Dave. And for those in the law enforcement community, the indictment of any officer is a sad day.
It is, and we can continue our team coverage tonight with Patrice Clark.
Jeff, Rebecca, Sheriff Mike Byrd has now found himself on the other side of the law. And ironically, he walked through these Ocean Springs Police Department doors and surrendered to law enforcers who have been suspicious of him for months.
we clean up our backyards.
Well, when the chief law enforcer of the county surrendered to police, he did it under the watchful eyes of city police chiefs in Moss Point, Goshen, Pascagoula, and Ocean Springs. Afterwards, they didn't hold back their disappointment about the 31-count indictment.
Anytime you have a law enforcement officer accused of something like this, yes, it's shocking and it's unfortunate.
Law enforcement's up and running in Jackson County, and this should be a reflection on law enforcement. This is an isolated incident involving one department and one individual.
The chief's relationship with Byrd went sour last year when they claim he left them in the dark about a shooting at the Narcotics Task Force office.
As far as all this that went down, that led us to this position, I can't say I'm happy about it, but it is where we're at now, and I'm happy with the way we're moving forward with this MET team.
The sheriff was elected in 2000 and is in the middle of his 4th term, and because he is an elected official, he can keep serving while he fights the charges. And while the chiefs wouldn't say if the sheriff should step down, Supervisor Melton Harris, who controls his budget, says it's time for a change.
Those allegations would make any citizen say, wow. And many will say they don't believe it, but the grand jury have heard those and have seen reason to indict based on the evidence that they've heard. And so
Harris also says he hopes Byrd makes the right decision and steps down.
if there's any validity to the allegations that we've heard or seen today, it's very difficult to imagine him not wanting to step down. And it's hard to imagine that the grand jury, even though I say he's innocent until proven guilty, but they've heard far more evidence than what I was able to read in the brief indictment. And I think pending those charges, it'll be best for the county.
Now, the police chiefs also told me that they hope that Byrd's charges don't taint law enforcement in Jackson County. And if it does, they will have to work hard to restore public trust. Reporting live from Ocean Springs, Jeff and Rebecca, back to you.
Thanks, Patrice. And as with anybody charged with a crime, Mike Byrd is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. As an elected official, a sitting sheriff cannot be removed from office based on an arrest or an indictment. So unless he resigns, Mike Byrd remains as sheriff of Jackson County.
Now, if he were to resign, it would be up to the governor to appoint an interim sheriff until another election could be held. On
to the weather now, although a lot of people wondering what to expect tonight for Friday night football weather.
And we can't wait to hear later about our Labor Day weekend forecast.
Well, you know, that's exactly right. Everybody's wrapping up this work week, thinking about 3 days ahead and Friday night football. First, we take a look at Friday night football. There you go. You don't need the umbrellas tonight, but you are going to need some light clothing. It's going to be mostly clear, but muggy. Temperatures are going to be in the mid-80s, starting out low 80s by the end of the game. Like I said, though, clear to mostly clear skies. Shouldn't be any problems in that area. Now, it is the Labor Day weekend. It's going to be a hot weekend. Hey, you'd like that, won't you? High humidity, hot. And we might see a chance of a shower. It will increase as we go into the weekend, but starting out should be okay. I don't look for any problems. We'll have more details, by the way, by the Labor Day forecast, and talk about the 2 Mississippi colleges playing football this weekend and let you know what the weather's going to be, where they're going to be playing.
Thank you, Mike. Coming up, a USM student is working with other researchers to identify a virus killing dolphins all along the East Coast.
And a new grant encouraging small businesses to come to Biloxi.
Get personalized technology solutions and personal service with C Spire Business Solutions.
You really couldn't come at a better time. These Chevys are moving fast.
I'll take that Malibu.
Yeah, excuse me. The Equinox in Atlantis Blue is mine.
I was here first. It's mine.
I called about that one. It's mine.
Mine.
It's mine.
Actually, it's mine. No, it's not. It's mine.
Better get going. It's the Chevy Labor Day sale.
See your Mississippi Gulf Coast Chevy dealers. Just announced $500 Labor Day cash now through September 3rd on most 2013 Chevrolet vehicles.
Okay, if you're waiting for Labor Day to get new furniture, just know that at Rooms To Go, you won't be disappointed because we're going all out with more spectacular Labor Day buys throughout the store. More bonus coupons than ever before. Plus, we make buying even easier with our untouchable low interest-free monthly payments, starting as low as $5 a month. Yeah, seriously. Are you getting the picture? Hurry to Rooms To Go right now. Save big. Use our bonus coupons to save even more and make small monthly payments interest-free. Now through Labor Day.
4 big days to save. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, ends Monday. New Equinox, only $20,745. New Sonic, $169 a month. Not a lease. Own it at Preston Hood Chevrolet.
Buy anywhere else this weekend, and it's a mistake that could cost you thousands.
Equinox, $20,745. Sonic LS, $169 a month.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, ends Monday.
Preston Hood Chevrolet. I-10 exit 44 Cedar Lake Road. PrestonHood.net.
The Friday Night Football Showdown. Every Friday night at 10:35. Continues. WLOX News at 6. Sponsored in high definition exclusively by Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Start with Gulf Coast. Finish with confidence.
A student at USM's Gulf Coast Research Lab in Ocean Springs is helping scientists identify the virus that's blamed for killing more than 350 dolphins along the East Coast this year. PhD student Corey Russo is working with Dr. Jay Grimes to study the cause of the dolphin deaths. Steve Phillips has more.
Scientists suspect a naturally occurring virus called morbillivirus may be responsible for the vast majority of 357 dolphin deaths from New York to North Carolina. And that particular virus is the focus of Corey Russo's research.
The first recorded and reported dolphin morbillivirus outbreak was in 1987. It led to about 50% die-off of inshore dolphins.
Even though the suspected virus has been identified, there are many remaining questions.
It'll be good to know what things the dolphins are carrying, and are they contributing those particular bacteria and viruses to humans, and vice versa. You know, are the humans contributing to the dolphins?
An outbreak of morbillivirus in 1987 and 88 is blamed for killing more than 700 dolphins. Dolphins which survived that outbreak likely passed on their immunity, but that doesn't eliminate the virus.
After time, eventually, the immunity wears off, or you have new members of the population that are added. And in both cases, they're naive to the virus. They don't have the antibodies to fight them off.
Russo's research involves studying blood serum and blowhole swab samples from the affected dolphins, and he's looking at a variety of viruses.
I think this is important because if he only went after morbillivirus, that would be a biased hypothesis. This way, he's looking at everything, and he'll be able to determine, do the dolphins carry morbillivirus, or if they don't carry morbillivirus, are they becoming immune?
There is a vaccine for the morbillivirus, but administering it to a population of wild dolphins may be a bigger challenge than identifying the virus. Steve Phillips, WLOX News.
Wow, and Corey Russo's project to research the dolphin virus is being funded with a grant from the CAP program.
Small business owners who move into vacant buildings in Biloxi could qualify now for a new grant to help get you started. Today, the Biloxi Chamber presented its first reoccupancy grant to Louis James Salon in the Vieux Marché. The $1,000 check is an incentive for small businesses to set up shop in empty buildings. The Biloxi Chamber will award 4 more $1,000 grants through the end of this year.
Great idea. Well, coming up on WLOX News, hundreds of runners put on red dresses to raise money for the battle against heart disease. We'll have a live report from the Red Dress Run in downtown Gulfport.
And later tonight, Tyler Bolton with a preview of one of the matchups featured on tonight's Friday Night Football Showdown.
Tonight on WLOX News at 6:30.
Well, they've got to go up sometime. There's a lot of things negotiating needs, especially with the fire departments, the police departments, and I'm surprised that 2% thing got shot down too.
It's tonight at 6:30.
Hurry in for grand opening savings at Pat Peck Kia in D'Iberville.
Hello, folks. I'm Fred with Furniture Liquidators, and I'm here to save you money. Furniture Liquidators is having the most massive wall-to-wall clearance in our history. Remember this address, 2114 Pass Road in Gulfport. All mattress sets, one-half price, starting at $138. All wood bunk beds, $298 with mattresses. Sectional starting $398. Large selection of sofas, $298. Cash or credit. Now's the time to buy and save money. That's Furniture Liquidators, 2114 Pass Road, right here in Gulfport. We save you money.
Tall, handsome, Mr. Right.
The devil doesn't look like the devil all the time.
He sold himself to single women on Match.com as a surgeon, a CIA operative, even as an astronaut.
Are you an astronaut?
But what they say happened on their dates
I took a sip of the drink.
And that's the last thing I remember.
I didn't remember a moment of it.
is simply stunning.
How many of you believe you were drugged?
David Muir with the man who calls himself Dr. Jeff.
Who are you? You want me to answer that question now? Or?
On 2020 tonight at 10/9 Central on ABC.
Community Bank Guaranteed Checking.
What's that?
I've just found our new checking account.
Is that so?
Well, with the changes in banking, this one's like no other.
Really?
They reimburse all ATM fees.
What about debit card and checks?
They're both free, plus free online banking with bill pay.
Well, do they pay interest?
On all balances.
Money orders, traveler's checks?
All included.
Well, I don't know of a bank that has ever...
With Guaranteed Checking from Community Bank, they really are like no other bank you know.
Gulf Coast. 3 big dealers, 3 big days to save. For the first time ever, Pat Peck Kia, Pat Peck Honda, Pat Peck Nissan Gulfport all come together for a huge Labor Day blowout. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Save on thousands of new and used vehicles. Get the biggest savings of the year on all Pat Peck Kias, Nissans, Hondas, and all used cars. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. 3 days to get Pat Peck's biggest savings ever. Only during Pat Peck's huge Labor Day blowout. Hurry, it all ends Monday night.
Well, it's certainly a sea of red in the city of Gulfport tonight, and hundreds of runners are getting ready for the Red Dress Run.
The 5K race to benefit the American Heart Association will get started in just a few moments. We go now downtown Gulfport, where Hannah Mosley joins us from live. Hannah.
Jeff and Rebecca, it is quite a scene in downtown Gulfport right now. Hundreds and hundreds of people are gathered in their red dress and their tennis shoes. You know, that's a sight you don't see every day. Of course, this run is to benefit the American Heart Association, and even though it's kind of a goofy attire that everyone's wearing, it's for a very serious issue, and that is to combat heart disease. That's the #1 killer of Mississippians, and that's a statistic from the American Heart Association. I'm here with one of the runners right now, Brian Moody, and he actually works in the cardiopulmonary lab at Biloxi Regional. Brian, tell me why you're running today.
Well, as you know, heart disease is a major issue in this country, and events like this get people out, recognition, hopefully get them up off their rear ends and make some people healthy.
Okay, and Brian, you just told me earlier you've recently lost a lot of weight. Talk to me about that.
Well, I started a program in January, and then I started running, and I've been running religiously since about April, and I've dropped about a little over 50 pounds.
Wow, that is quite a story. So what's your message to everyone here tonight and people that are battling heart disease?
Get started. Just get up, get started. The first step's the hardest step. I know that sounds like a cliche, but just get up, get moving. A little is a lot. Just do it.
All right, thank you, Brian, and good luck today.
Thank you.
You know, the 1 mile race started at 6 o'clock, so a lot of the runners are sprinkling in, trickling in, and the 5K is about to start in just a few moments. It's starting at 6:30, so, you know, I wish that you could make it out, but it is a little late for that. Of course, this is for a very good cause, and, you know, everyone is here to run with all their heart. For now, I'm Hannah Mosley, reporting live in Gulfport. Back to you.
Hannah. Thanks, Hannah. And at 5 o'clock, we saw the fire chief and the police chief of Gulfport in their red dresses.
With very hairy legs.
Yeah, they were not attractive. Trust me.
But it's so awesome that they did that. It's just a great event. Well, high school football, another great event, enters week 2 for most teams at least, but for a few others, it's the first time in 2013 they'll be taking the field.
So let's send it out to Tyler Bolden, who is at the home of one of those teams, playing his very first game of the season tonight. Tyler?
That's right, guys. West Harrison is one of 4 teams on the coast that has yet to play a game. Along with them, you have Long Beach, Forest County Agricultural, and Picayune. And the Maroon Tide are playing Petal tonight. Now, West Harrison and Harrison Central, the first time that these 2 teams are meeting on the football team, they've played each other plenty of times on the baseball diamond and on the basketball court. West Harrison coming off an 0-10 season last year. They bring in a new head coach. And Sean Harden is calling this process back to success, baby steps. Now, of course, Harrison Central won some games last year, but they still finished 3-7. And the Red Rebels, they have a very skilled team. You have a couple guys that are going Division I. One of them, Tito Wyndham, he's going to Oklahoma, and another in Lashard Durr, Mississippi State. So West Harrison has their hands full. The Red Rebels won last week 21-7. Meanwhile, this is the first game of the 2013 season for the Hurricanes. And again, it's the first time that these 2 schools are meeting ever, and it should be an exciting time.
All right, and of course we don't know what the weather's going to be like, and Mike Rita joins us next with your forecast.
Get a yes from Butch Osterlund. Yes to huge inventory. Yes to the best deals regardless.
$5,500 off new Focus or Fusion, only at Butch Osterley.
Regardless, how about saying yes to a little vacation?
Legend has it that somewhere deep in the heart of Mississippi is a treasure beyond compare, and it lies at Beau Rivage. M-Life presents Treasures of the Caribbean. Win your share of up to $3.5 million in free play and prizes. Drawings every Friday and Sunday with up to 900 winners. It's sure to put a smile on everyone's face. You belong at the Beau.
Do you love boats in the water? Are you good with your hands and looking for a great career? Check out Marine Mechanics Institute. At MMI, you'll learn hands-on on all the best marine brands, including Honda Marine, Mercury Marine, Suzuki Marine, Volvo Penta, and Yamaha Marine.
Having a good relationship with the manufacturer guarantees our students top-of-the-line products and top-of-the-line information.
At MMI, you'll master diagnosing, servicing, and repairing marine mechanical systems using the most current technology and equipment supplied by the best marine manufacturers in the world. You'll learn inboard, outboard, diesel engines, rigging, and more.
Doing what I love, being on the water, test driving boats, using boats, it's just a whole lifestyle. It's not really the job, but the whole lifestyle.
Your hands-on training in MMI will ensure you are ready to work in marinas, boatyards, marine dealers, or wherever your life on the water may take you. Your new career starts your first day at MMI. Are you ready? Call now.
Take 0 for 60 and save $5,500 on new 2013 Camrys at Estabrook Toyota. Or buy new 2013 Corollas with 0 for 60 and save $4,000.
Take a money-saving look at Estabrook.
And EstabrookToyota.com.
Good morning, Mississippi. The latest news you need to know as it's happening. Now, the weather for South Mississippi with Chief Meteorologist Mike Reeder.
Well, this evening definitely is a good start to the three-day Labor Day weekend. We take a look at WLOX-24/7 radar. Don't see anything going on out there except heat and humidity, and that has increased a little bit through today. We are looking for clear skies, more humid, so that means it won't feel quite as comfortable. Although I have to admit, the evening hours have been pretty nice in South Mississippi this week. 82 degrees by 9 o'clock, winds out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. Now look at some of our numbers from around the area. Bay St. Louis at Hollywood Casino, 87. At Boomtown Casino in Biloxi, they're at 84. Navigator Credit Union over in Pascagoula, 85. And then up at the Community College in Perkinston, 89 degrees. The most wind we're seeing, Boomtown Casino, 8 miles an hour out of the west. And we do have a little bit of a heat index issue. They are moving up. It feels like temperatures increasing a little bit every day. I guess the one that's most uncomfortable is Perkinston at 95 degrees. Outside at this hour, evening, IP Casino Resort and Spa, looking to the north, nothing going on there. Notice the camera's moving a little bit more. That's one of the subtle changes we're seeing, is the winds are going to be up a little bit more in the evening hours. We've been almost calm with light winds the last couple of nights, but as we turn around to a more normal summer pattern, we'll see a little breezy condition, at least early in the evening. Hancock Bank Tower cam looking down along the beach, we don't see any weather issues there. The models, the computer models, well, I'll tell you what, notice we will see a flare-up of moisture right there over southwest Mississippi. That's just indicating that there's moisture in the air, and I can't rule out that we may see a stray shower in South Mississippi during the afternoon tomorrow, but it's going to be pretty slim. I wouldn't change any outdoor plans because of that. 74 degrees overnight, mostly clear, warm and humid. That little coolness we felt in the mornings have gone away. 78 as you head out the door in the morning with sunny skies, west winds at 4 to 8. And then during the afternoon, 92 degrees, mostly sunny. That heat index back up around 100 degrees. The winds will be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles an hour. And of course, this is a 3-day weekend. It goes right into Monday. Notice our rain chances, really not that much. It looks like we're going to be a better chance of rain from Sunday through Wednesday. But hey, we're only talking like 30%. That's hit and miss shower weather. Highs in the low 90s, lows overnight in the mid 70s. Are you ready for some college football? Boy, I tell you what, after that Ole Miss game last night, you're pretty well wrung out. But here you go. It's USM and Texas State University up in Hattiesburg, it'll be partly cloudy. The heat index will be up above 95 degrees, and the actual temperature will be warm. And then Houston is playing Oklahoma State over at Reliant Field in Houston. Now, we're talking about that. That is a stadium that has a retractable dome. We don't know if they're going to close it or not. How about halftime temperature of 94 degrees? I'd say close it, turn on the air conditioner. Other than that, mostly sunny and hot. Both of them, the teams have good weather. I don't know, 94 degrees at halftime, that's not good weather to play football in. But
yeah.
They'll do okay.
They'll do good. Go State. Thank you, Mike.
Still to come tonight, one last look at the red dress run in downtown Gulfport, about to begin.
If you're thinking about buying a Chevy this week, the next 24 hours, this is it.
New Silverados up to $14,200 off or 0 for 60. Tahoes up to $8,500 off or 0 for 60. And Preston Hood Chevrolet.
Don't sign and don't buy until you hurry to Hood this weekend.
Up to $14,200 off Silverados. Up to $8,500 off Tahoes.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, ends Monday.
Preston Hood Chevrolet. I-10 exit 44 Cedar Lake Road. PrestonHood.net.
Looking for a new mattress? Come to the Sleep Shop at Bassett. We carry the top brands at the best prices, and we'll make sure you get the right mattress for you. All backed by our best price promise. The Sleep Shop at Bassett. A better way to buy a bed.
Color the Coast red, white, and blue. Sponsored by Allen Beverages and WLOX. Over 75 prizes will be awarded to students and teachers in South Mississippi. Don't miss out. Color the Coast red, white, and blue by coloring one of these 4 going red, white, and blue drawings, and you may see your work of art showcased by Tommy Richards on Good Morning Mississippi. Plus, win one of these fabulous prizes. Color the Coast red, white, and blue with Allen Beverages and WLOX. Go to the WLOX.com education page for more details.
Get a yes from Butch Osterlund. Yes to huge inventory. Yes to the best deals regardless.
New 2014 Mazda CX-5. 24,448. Only at Butch Osterlund.
Regardless. How about saying yes to a little vacation?
New tonight at 10.
What if someone in the rafters of the Coliseum had a medical emergency? How would they get the help they need? I attended training to find out.
It's new tonight on WLOX News at 10, where you get the news for South Mississippi.
Now, before we go tonight from the news at 6, let's take another live look at downtown Gulfport. That's where the red dress run is literally moments away from beginning.
How exciting. And as we said, all proceeds from today's race go to heart disease research thanks to the American Heart Association. The race is set to start at 6:30, and a lot of our city leaders are there in dresses, a lot of our colleagues here at WLOX. And I personally cannot thank the American Heart Association enough because my son Max is alive because of their research.
That's
so
right.
Great cause.
Yeah, they do tremendous work, and of course, such a killer heart disease. So thanks so much to the American Heart Association, and a big thanks to all those people you see right there getting ready to run.
Now, never be without WLOX.com. From text and email alerts for breaking news and weather to our new mobile apps, WLOX.com. 2013 Cadillac XTS, starting at $39,988.
It's time to take a road trip.
If you love the beach, Alabama's Gulf Coast has 32 miles of sugar white sand and turquoise water. Looking for a room with a view? We have them. Beachside and bayside. There's incredible history. Whoa! And the seafood is fresh from the Gulf. Another round of shrimp for my friends. Alabama has a road trip with your name on it.
Which one you gonna take?
Going on now at Lucky's Furniture Warehouse. It's our huge Labor Day sale, and we are making it easy to buy American with 25% off any one item made in the USA. Lucky's Warehouse is restocked wall to wall for this incredible event with amazing mattress specials and huge furniture discounts direct from the manufacturers, plus 0% interest and next day in-stock delivery. And don't forget, 25% off any one item made in the USA. Lucky's Furniture and Mattress Warehouse Labor Day sale now through Monday.
Get spectacular savings at Estabrook Ford. Hurry, take $14,000 off a new 2013 Ford F-150. Plus, get a Yeti cooler at no extra charge.
Take a money-saving look at Estabrook.
And EstabrookFord.com.
Keep up with breaking news and more from WLOX on Facebook.